the Vedic tradition, especially in the tradition of the brahmanas, this was understood deeply already. Me and my son, we're reading the Mahabharata now. So you hear these brahmanas, and it wasn't like they were powerful because they were born into a family. They were, or they wore like a special outfits or memorized lots of verses, right? Their power came directly from, or their weight, right, came directly from how they lived, how they thought, how they spoke. The words carried weight because they were backed by truth. That was it. That's the kind of power worth cultivating. Like the power that doesn't come from trying to control others, but from mastering yourself. And then people want to hear what you have to say. People want to come to you. You don't have to officiate yourself as, I'm the guru now. No. People will be drawn to you by the weight of your words and the integrity of the way you live and who you are as a person. So yeah, anyway, the way we live matters. Our integrity matters. And the beautiful thing is every small choice we make today becomes part of that, what does he call it? The visible escort of angels.
Flying around.
Walking with us tomorrow. Boom.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Live from Super Soul Farm, this is Wisdom of the Sages. Daily spiritual podcast with your host, Raghunath, and co-host and senior educator at the Bhakti Center in New York City, Kaustubha Das.
Among other things.
Among many other things. Today is Friday, August 8th, 2025.
I like to say.
He's a friend of the people. It's August 8th, 2025. It's episode 1652. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. And what a show it shall be.
Let us see.
Me and Mary are about to go to the Jersey Shore.
All right.
Jersey Shore. I'm teaching tomorrow at Yoga Bohemia. If you're in town, check that place out on Long Beach Island. And then also, man, I always get the name of this place wrong.
Balanced Planet Yoga.
Balanced Planet Yoga.
Balanced
Planet.
In Marlton, that's what it is. Marlton, New Jersey. Sunday, 4 to 6. Looking forward to that. Going to take the kids to the beach in the meantime while we're there. Turn it into. That's how I have vacations. I have vacations they're working vacations. I got to bounce around, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. It keeps us traveling the world, and keeps me sort of spiritually conscious. I get to chant in all these places.
Okay.
Mara, do you know what I wanted you to announce? And I know you don't want to announce it because you don't have the links up yet, but we are doing the Wisdom of the Sages Fall Retreat and Chant Camp at Super Soul Farm.
How about just to save the dates?
Yes.
Save the dates, people. It's Labor Day weekend. We have Chant Camp. And that is at the farm. Do lots of kirtan all day and night.
That's August 29th through September 1st.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's always a big place. We usually get Danya and Bali to come up for that and their kids, and that's fun, and they're wonderful. And yours truly. And then their Wisdom of Sages Autumn Retreat. Looking forward to that as well. And that's happening at the farm on
October 10th through 13th.
That's Columbus Day.
Yep.
Boom. It's a great time to be up here, upstate. You got any other announcements, Miss Mayor?
Well, there's no show Saturday or Sunday this weekend, but we do have the Urban Devi via the Bhakti Center.
Mm-hmm.
Gopi Mata is speaking on why we are who we are, the ins and outs of karma.
That's for the ladies.
Yeah. And that's 11 to 12:30.
No men allowed at that.
No dogs allowed. Anybody know what that's from? Anybody?
That's from the Charlie Brown thing, right?
Yeah, I didn't think you'd get that. Is that also during Radhastomi? I don't know.
Okay, this is, you see right here, Mayor, this is the point where we need to keep him moving right now. He's drifting. He's looking for a place to go. He could start talking about tipping.
Anything.
This could go anywhere right now.
Yeah.
You got to keep him moving right here.
Oh, yeah.
You got to move in with the nugget, Mayor.
Should we get into the nugget?
I think we should.
Do you have any other announcements?
As soon as possible.
No, I don't think I do. This nugget today comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson from his essay Power.
Ralph Waldo Emerson.
All right.
If he was just Ralph Emerson, we wouldn't think of him the same way.
No way. I wouldn't even remember him. Oh, Ralph Emerson. Who's that
Ralph.
guy? Ralph Waldo Emerson. Excuse me.
Yes.
I should still break on my middle name.
Here we go.
Raymond Anthony. Raymond Anthony Capo.
Raymond Anthony.
Maybe just Raymond Anthony.
It does. I'll tell you something, Raghunath. Raymond Anthony Capo does give you some more weight.
You know? Raymond Anthony Capo is a part-time botanist. He's a naturalist. He's an environmentalist.
A thought leader.
He's a
Running
thought
around
leader.
naked does not qualify you as a naturalist, Raghunath.
He's a thought leader.
Friend
An
of the people.
influencer.
All right. So Ralph Waldo Emerson writes,
Yes.
the force of character is cumulative.
Cumulative, you say.
All the
Force of character.
is cumulative.
It builds up.
Okay.
All the foregone days of virtue work their health into this.
Ooh,
Oh, their
What
health, they work
makes-
their health right into it.
Yeah.
he's a good writer.
He
I
is.
guess from these first two lines.
What makes the majesty of the heroes of the Senate and the field, which so fills the imagination?
Let's hold it. What
Okay.
makes the majesty of the heroes of the Senate and the field?
What's the
What's-
Senate?
I
field?
think, I don't know like how he's using those words, but I suppose the Senate means those that govern, right? Because it probably goes back to some
maybe, yeah,
Greek thing or something.
Greek or Roman.
And the field, maybe just like that, the workplace.
Heroes
and
of
like
the Senate and the field. Maybe the leaders and the laborers.
Yeah.
Maybe the field means like the battlefield or something. I'm not sure.
The heroes of the Senate and the field.
Hmm.
Yeah, probably like the leaders and the laborers or the
Yeah.
warriors.
Yeah.
Because you fought in fields, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
The consciousness of a train of great days and victories behind. They shed a united light on the advancing actor. He is attended as by a visible escort of angels.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They shed the consciousness of a train of great days and victories behind. They shed a united light on the advancing actor. He is
Okay.
attended as by a visible escort of angels. I love this.
Now hold it. They did. Okay. When did they start trains? Was Ralph Waldo Emerson? Do they even have trains in his time?
Train's been around for a while, I think. Google that. They shed a consciousness of a train. Maybe train like train of thought
Yeah, the train must
existed before the
they named
actual
the
train.
after,
What came first, train of thought or train?
or
The
just
first steam locomotive railway was in 1804.
Okay.
okay. So he was
Okay, he was all right.
all right. Raghunath, what do you got to
The
say?
force of the force of like I like this phrase. The force of character is cumulative.
Okay.
Like in other words, character is like a spiritual compound interest. You know,
Yes.
every little act of honesty, every time we choose humility over ego, every time we stay true to our values when no one's looking, right?
Oh, I
that
got
all
challenged
adds up.
this way, Raghunath.
Huh?
I'll share it later. I got challenged this way recently.
Really?
Yeah. We'll get to it. You please continue.
All right. I'm just saying it builds to something. Like,
Yeah.
and Emerson's saying that over time, the small little decisions, what does he say? The foregone days of virtue actually radiate. They radiate out of us, right? They give us a kind of presence, a kind of power. You know, not the loud, flashy kinds of power, like not something you show off, but a quiet force
Yeah.
that gives weight to your words.
Like when you go into NPR Raghunath mode, like that.
Yeah, people feel that presence, right? People
Sure.
feel you, they hear you, right? Like in yoga, I'm gonna say yoga, but in the Vedic tradition, especially in the tradition of the brahmanas, this was understood deeply already. You know, me and my son, we're reading the Mahabharata now, so you hear these brahmanas, and it wasn't like they were powerful because they were born into a family. They were, or they wore like
Right.
a special outfits or memorized lots of verses, right? Their power came directly from, or their weight, right, came directly from how they lived, how they thought, how they spoke. The words carried weight because they were backed by truth. That was it. That's the kind of power worth cultivating. Like the power that doesn't come from trying to control others, but from mastering yourself. And then people want to hear what you have to say. People want to come to you. You don't have to officiate yourself as, I'm the guru now. No. People will be drawn to you by the weight of your words and the integrity of the way you live and who you are as a person. So yeah, anyway, the way we live matters. Our integrity matters. And the beautiful thing is every small choice we make today becomes part of that, what does he call it? The visible escort of angels.
Flying around.
Walking with us tomorrow. Boom. I like this. I like this man.
Ralph Waldo.
Ralph Waldo, tell it. What do you have realizations on this?
Well, you know, we're going to read today a verse that's going to talk about brahmanas, as you were, Raghunath.
Yeah.
You went there with this because when we think of brahmanas, I think you hit it. In India today, a lot of people don't even really know what a brahmana is because it became for a lot of people, it became something about being born in a particular family, right? My father was a brahmana and his father, so I'm a brahmana.
And it's perpetuated by the so-called Brahmins too.
Yes.
So, oftentimes, you're in India and someone says,
power grab.
Give me some money. I'm a Brahmin.
Give
me some money. I'm a Brahmin. Like, wait a second.
I thought the Brahmins were the ones that are just like,
Brahmins are detached. They're not beggars.
Yeah, but really, it has so much to do with character. And what we're going to read today is we're going to hear that when brahmanas are free, and for those that this may be new to, here brahmana, it means that within society there have to be certain people that live very simply, are satisfied very simply, are very content, that become learned in wisdom and share that wisdom, right? And that becomes like a role that they play. They lift others up through this. And here it says, what we'll read later today, when brahmanas are free from envy, or you could say animosity, untruthfulness, unnecessary pride, grudges, got a few of them.
Got any grudges?
Disturbance by the opulence of others. Oh. And false prestige. When brahmanas are free from all of these, their blessings never go in vain.
Where is this from?
We're going to read it today in Bhagavatam.
Oh, say that again.
Yeah. When brahmanas are free from envy, untruthfulness, unnecessary pride, grudges, disturbances by the opulence of others, and false prestige, their blessings never go in vain. So it's a spiritual power, a power kind of grows not in a cheap way. It's not that you take a pill. It's not that you take a course that goes for 100 hours and you get a certificate and you've got it. No, and I liked what you shared, Raghunath, was like how you're behaving when other people aren't necessarily watching, that one's making like small choices, but virtuous choices, and they're doing it repeatedly, steadily. They've decided that living good and living right and doing the right thing has a value, right? It will grow in me, and all those past choices, they build, and they have an enduring kind of strength to them. And when someone's got that, then they kind of radiate like confidence and authority, I guess, like when they speak, it means something. It has weight. But when you said that when nobody's looking, I went through something just the other day, Raghunath.
Kaustubha went through something. Interesting. Kaustubha went through something. The guy who never goes through stuff.
No, I go through stuff all the time. What are you talking about?
Don't. Or you don't share it.
I'm going to share right now.
Go back to that vulnerability episode, Kaustubha. What do you share when you're going through your stuff?
I'm going to share right now.
I'm here. Snuggle in my bosom.
I'm trying
to. In my bosom.
Excuse me? You see, that's why. Right there. You see, it can get weird real quick with you.
That's hugging another man is not weird, Kaustubha.
No,
come on, this is not 1982.
You said something about your bosom or something like that.
Yeah, my bosom. This is called a bosom.
All right. So you and I.
All right. So what did you go through?
So in going to we went to Los Angeles, and then you informed me that that devotees there were helping to cover our costs to get there, right?
Yeah.
Our airfare and all of that. And I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that. And then and you were like, well, you just pull your receipts together, and they'll what do you call that when you
Reimbursed?
reimburse me for them? And I was like, okay, well, wow, that's great. But then I thought about it, and I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, well, this is a little tricky. Because last year, on previous flights, I had been so screwed around by this airline, right, that they gave me all this credit.
Never get offended by an airline. They're trying their best they can.
Okay, whatever. But
Okay.
they gave me all this credit. And so a lot of the first complication was my flight wasn't like direct. I visited my father on the way in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So rather than a direct, now am I asking them to pay for my flight to Pittsburgh, or does it really not make any difference? You know?
Mhm.
And then the flight I got from Pittsburgh to LA was on a different airline. And that flight was dirt cheap, right?
Yeah. Keep going.
No, you see now, Raghunath, this is not a
Just keep
squirrel.
going. I'm listening.
Put that
But
squirrel
so is
away.
my friend.
Put it away.
He wants to hear all about your
Raghunath,
travel.
you have no discernment when it comes to what is a squirrel and what is not. You really don't. When I'm talking, it's a squirrel to you.
You're getting into like legs of flights.
Well, this is important. It's going to play out. You'll see.
Okay.
It was so cheap. It was like $65 or something from Pittsburgh to LA.
Okay.
And so I said, you know what? I'm going to do something that I never do. I'm going to fly first class. And first class was really cheap.
Oh,
Yeah.
no wonder you don't want to be vulnerable.
Okay, I'm sharing. I live a life of luxury, okay? It was on Breeze Airways, okay? It was like
First class on Breeze is
Yeah.
like,
but it was
there's
really
like no
worth it.
armrests.
You actually have armrests.
Like, wow, I can move my
Give you a
arms around.
seatbelt. So that flight was so good. I was really going into some of the most intense study I've ever done in my life on that flight. It was really worth it. And then
Seller says I'm the queen of first class.
okay, Raghunath, you got to let me talk if I'm ever going to get through
Okay.
this.
I'm sorry.
So let me just put it in short. One is a lot of my flight I got for free because I had earned this credit, and
Right.
I didn't just want to give that away, right? I suffered for that,
Sure.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and then there was the question about the flight, but even with that first class, it was still a very cheap ticket.
Sure.
So when it came time to give the receipts, the receipts give a detailed account of all these things.
Right.
And I was like, well, I can't really explain. I still brought it under what a person would normally pay for a ticket. Maybe I should
Right.
kind of Photoshop out of them that I went first class. Maybe I should.
Wait a second. The Los Angeles Rath Yatra paid for your first class ticket? Is that what you're saying?
And also, the fact that it's showing that in one sense I didn't pay anything for that other ticket, although I really had earned it. And I was playing with my mind. And as I was thinking about this, I was thinking, this is dishonest.
Oh,
Even if it's kind of justified, it's dishonest. And what I did was I sent them the whole thing. I said, let me just tell you what happened. This is this is a little tricky because this, that, and the other. You give me whatever you feel is fair. I'm just going to throw the whole thing out at you.
okay.
As soon as I made that decision, I knew it was the right decision to make, right? I was getting tempted to just rationalize dishonesty.
Lie. Yeah.
And as soon as I did that, I felt whatever they give, I'll accept. That's what Krishna wanted me to have. And actually they just went and paid the whole thing as if I wouldn't have done anything. So I would have been dishonest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gotten anything more for it.
Because I always fly first class,
But
and they always pay mine.
Okay, but once you start to rationalize your own dishonesty, it just becomes easier the next time, and easier the next time, and easier the next time. And once you decide, you know what, I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to be dharmic. I'm going to be truthful. Then that becomes easier and easier, and you begin to develop a faith that by speaking truth, my life is better. I'm a better person. I'm a happier person. I'm a more useful person. My life is more meaningful.
Sure.
And that stuff accumulates in someone. I think that's what Ralph Waldo Emerson was saying, that that builds, and we need people in society that are carefully monitoring their own honesty and their own virtue. You know, a lot of us don't even think about it. We just think about our own comforts and our own prestige and our own, our own mundane external, you know, so-called progress.
Well, thank you for sharing your vulnerability today.
See, I was
I want to
vulnerable.
feel closer to you. If you were here right now, I'd capture your head and snuggle it right in my
On
chest.
one hand, you tell me to be vulnerable, and then as soon as I start, you start breaking out the squirrel. Be vulnerable.
Oh,
Now
man,
you're
that's-
really going off on a tangent.
Ah,
So anyway, I think Ralph Waldo Emerson is onto something. And for the bhakti yogis, it's not like it's honesty for its own sake or virtue for its own sake. But
yeah.
really, we realize that all of this is the fertile ground for the growth of our creeper of bhakti, right? For the growth of our true devotion.
Yeah.
True?
Yeah.
You with me, Raghu? Okay, so we're gonna go and pop back into little baby Krishna's world now. It's a shook up world, Raghunath.
Sure. I mean,
It's big,
fighting demons.
ferocious,
Little babies fighting
a
demons.
ferocious, terrifying demon in the form of a cart.
It's more like a possessed cart.
It was
You can't make this
ghostly
stuff up.
cart. But it's just been killed. It's just been knocked over.
Yeah.
And the family's going to be scrambling right now. Like, what happened?
Well, imagine like there was like a big disaster, like a building collapses, but then there's a little baby there.
Yeah.
And then you run over there, and the baby's like unscathed. Right? Right? When? All right. Trivia question: when else did that happen? Big disaster, baby's unscathed. Mara.
When he pulled the two trees over.
Oh yeah, when he pulled the
Mara.
2 trees down.
How did these 2 trees get knocked?
Right? You ever chainsaw a tree down? It's like smash, crush. Little baby right there, unscathed.
Unscathed.
Yeah. All right. Narayanam namaskrityanam chaivanarottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tatojayam madhurya. Before we start in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayeshu badreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama Bhakti or Bhavati Naishtiki, by regular attendance in class in the Bhagavatam, and by rendering service to the pure devotees. All that is troublesome to the heart will become eradicated, and loving service to the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, will be established as an irrevocable fact. Om Agyanatamarandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Midatam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My teachers are opening my eyes to the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my obeisances at their lotus feet. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 7, Text 8.
Text 8?
Yep.
Okay, I think the cart just got knocked over, right?
Yep. And
It
so,
loud.
What the heck just happened, right? When Mother Yasoda and the other ladies who had assembled for the festival, it was a festival for Krishna just like
He turned
rolling
over.
himself over, right?
Did you notice that with your children that like they lie on their back and then at a certain like 1 month in they start to try to turn over?
Yeah. You notice all these little things.
Otherwise they can't even turn over. They can't even do that.
They're helpless. They're helpless. They're like, when they're first born, they're like larvae. They're just like, you can't even move. You know what I mean? And
They can't even turn over. That surprised me. I think
you know what weird thing about little babies, like brand new babies? They're looking up in the sky like they see gods and goddesses. And I remember when my kids were born, they're just looking at the sky as if they're in another dimension.
Raghunath, someone sent me a video. It's probably going around of a little kid in the hospital. And like he sees, oh, you would love this, man. It's practically telepathy tape kind of stuff. But he's describing like he's seeing Jesus. Yeah. And he's talking to his people, like, I don't know, people that have passed away or something like that. Did you see this? I got to find it for you.
Although, what do you call it?
But he's crying and he's saying, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I'm so sorry. I haven't been good.
Krishna.
Yeah,
Maybe
you've seen someone
He saw Jesus and he had like
I've
this
never seen anyone so beautiful.
feather in his hair.
And the parents first are like kind of laughing, like, oh yeah, yeah. But then he just keeps going and keeps going, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure. I believe.
you believe. All right.
I believe. My mom saw Jesus. It happens.
Well, she said that she didn't. but
You
okay.
really want to go there again? Mom saw Jesus.
Okay. Hit it.
when my mom, when Mother Yasoda, when Mother Yasoda and all the other ladies who had assembled for the Utana festival, and all the men headed by Nanda Maharaj saw the wonderful situation, they began to wonder how the hand cart had collapsed by itself. They began to wander here and there, trying to figure out the cause, but they were unable to do so.
How did this happen? It was like really heavy. It must have been like
Big,
really
heavy,
heavy and
massive
loud.
push cart.
Yeah. Like one of those kiosks that people have like
Yeah, they're
in,
moving things around that sell whatever, popcorn or
but there's like a lot of heavy stuff on it.
heavy pots on the cart.
Yeah.
Everything fell down, and the baby was unscathed.
Scathed.
The assembled cowherd men and ladies began to contemplate how this thing had happened. Is it the work of a demon or evil planet? They asked.
Yeah.
At that time, the small children present asserted the cart had been kicked apart by baby Krishna.
Now the kids saw it
The
happen,
kids always see these things happening, but the parents don't.
but the parents can't buy into this. It
Yeah.
doesn't add up.
Doesn't. How could a little baby kick a cart and the whole thing gets
I
destroyed?
think it's just like learning to turn over.
Yeah, you can't kick. It's not like it's a
Yeah.
Muay Thai fighter. As soon as the crying baby had kicked the cart's wheel, the cart had collapsed. There was no doubt about
There's
it.
no doubt about it. We saw it with our own eyes.
The assembled gopis and gopas. If you don't know what that is, it's a cowherd boys and cowherd girls. The gopis and the gopas.
Or men and
Un-
women, I think, in this case, right?
Yeah. Unaware that Krishna is always unlimited.
Yeah, even
Cannot
that
bel-
little form.
They cannot believe that the baby Krishna had such inconceivable powers. They could not believe the statements of the children, and therefore they neglected these statements as being mere childish talk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, little Krishna kicked it right.
They don't know what they're talking
Oh, you see Jesus right.
about. Yeah.
Oh, Raghunath's
Raghunath's mother saw
Oh,
Jesus.
saw Jesus.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
right. Okay. She doesn't remember. Yeah, she can remember what she did yesterday. I know. She told me when I was very sober and young.
Okay. So
You
you
are
know,
like
there's
an
a hint here
elderly
too.
gopi,
But there's an
Kaustubha.
important point here. We won't go into too much depth right now. But the fact is that the love that the gopis and the gopas have for Krishna,
Yeah.
the intimate type of love, they don't have the love of like that love of God that one has when they think of God as God, right? You are all powerful. You sustain everyone. We love you. It's a different kind of love. Their love is more intimate and sweet. It's like, you're just our little baby. It means they don't understand that he's got all that power. So it says, unaware that Krishna is always unlimited, right? They're thinking, no, he's this little baby that just is learning to turn over in bed right now. There's no way that he could have kicked over this cart. Kicked over the cart is nothing. He can lift Govardhan on hill. He can keep the planets all moving in their orbits. Universes,
nothing.
come in and out of his bodies with one breath. That's who this little baby is. But to love him with the deepest love, you got to forget all that. And so that's where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
The kids, they're just like, we saw it happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Text 11. Thinking that some bad planet had attacked Krishna.
Evil plan.
This is where it goes to in Hindu society. It's always a planet behind it, right?
Yeah.
Mother
Astrological.
Yashoda, it's all astrology.
Ghosts,
Mother
maybe?
Yashoda picked up the crying child and allowed him to suck her breast.
See?
I mean, I do that too. If something's going on with me or Mara, someone I love, it's like I call my astrologers.
I thought you were going to say you bring them, you allow them to suck your breast. I do that too, all the time.
All the time, I just pick up somebody, suck my. Then she called for the experienced brahmanas to chant Vedic hymns and perform an auspicious ritualistic ceremony.
Okay, So they're so caught up in ceremonies left and right? They just want to take care of Krishna. They're doing one ceremony for him. Something happens, oh, we got to do another ceremony for him.
Well, we do this too. I mean, we do this in a minor way. When something happens inauspicious, we chant.
Yeah.
Me and my son are on, the plane, and we're feeling turbulence. We start chanting the Shringadev prayers.
Oh, okay.
We do a little chanting.
So that's what they're doing.
Yeah. When we land, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar. They say that the most dangerous part of planes are takeoffs and landings. Have you heard that?
Yeah, of course.
Well, all right. Maybe not everyone knew it, Kaustubh.
Of course. It's obvious, Raghunath. How
Why
could
is
you
it-
even say? How could you?
Well, you've heard about planes who do these massive drops of like 10,000 feet. That happens too. Like it's turbulence beyond turbulence.
Okay.
It just drops.
Make a drop.
That's real too. Where people get thrown to the ceiling.
And yeah, this is called a squirrel. You see, Raghunath. This is a squirrel.
You started it.
I don't think I did. Hit it. After the strong.
I was saying ritualistic things. I'm saying we do that too. There's some danger, we chant.
That's great.
Bad dreams, chant. Hear a ghost, chant. Someone's breaking into your house, chant. Call the police and chant.
Eclipse, chant.
Eclipse, chant. Sick animal. One of our animals was sick yesterday.
Chant.
Chanted for that animal.
All right.
After the strong, stout cowherd men assembled the pots and paraphernalia on the handcart and set it up as before, the brāhmanas performed the ritualistic ceremony with a fire sacrifice to appease the bad planet. And then, with rice, grains, kusha, water, and curd, they worship the Supreme Lord.
So they're probably doing some Vishnu worship here, right?
Yeah. When the brāhmanas are free from envy, untruthfulness, unnecessary pride, this is your verse you read today, grudges.
Grudges.
Once you hold a grudge, you're off your Brahminical track.
All your power's getting sucked out of you.
Yeah. We feel that, I think. When people hold grudges, they feel like
Pointless.
they feel unempowered, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They're victims of circumstance when we hold grudges.
Yeah.
You're
How can you be
living-
powerful?
When you're living in a world of blame, how can you become powerful?
Yeah.
You know how to become powerful? You accept, you know what, this would happen to me, and this person's going through something, and I was in the receiving end of it, and I'm going to grow from this.
Move on.
I'm going to move on with my life. We get caught in the mud of what happened to me, huh?
People
is like-
build, they want to build a whole world around like trying to figure out who owes who what and what grudges are justified and which ones aren't and who, you know what, just leave it all behind, move forward, right?
There's people that actually, they create their identity
Around a grudge.
through their grudge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Tim, and when he's gonna go down one of these days. If I had a chance to do that different, I'm gonna do like this, and I'm gonna see him one day, and I'm gonna tell him. It's like,
Got no
or you
power.
can get over it and accept radical responsibility.
Yeah, that power just slips away.
It sucks your power out.
All right, read it again.
When the Brahmins are free from envy, right? Envy means I want what you have, right?
Mhm.
You become famous, you become wealthy, you have a beautiful or wealthy husband or beautiful husband, beautiful wife, whatever. Untruthfulness, unnecessary pride. When the Brahmins are free from these things, grudges, disturbances by the opulences of others, false prestige, their blessings never go in vain.
They got power.
Then they become empowered. Considering this, Nanda Maharaj soberly took Krishna on his lap and invited such truthful Brahmins to perform ritualistic ceremonies according to the holy hymns of the Samaveda, Rigveda, and Yajurveda.
And he's holding a tiny little Krishna there.
Tiny little baby.
And
When
the Brahmanas are chanting these mantras and doing these ceremonies. He must have felt such bliss in that moment.
Oh, holding Krishna, imagine that.
Safe now.
While the hymns were being chanted, he bathed the child with water mixed with pure herbs after performing a fire ceremony, and he sumptuously fed all the Brahmins with first-class grains and other foods.
Okay, let's make everybody happy.
Nanda Maharaj, for the sake of the affluence of his own son Krishna, gave the Brahmins cows fully decorated with garments,
Okay.
flower garlands, and gold necklaces. These cows, fully qualified to give ample milk, were given to the Brahmins in charity, and the Brahmins accepted them and bestowed blessings upon the whole family, and especially upon Krishna. So
Imagine
it's
that you go to
interesting.
the
For the
ceremony.
benefit of Krishna,
Yeah.
for the sake of the affluence of his son, you give in charity.
Yes,
You
that's
take
right.
care of holy people.
They know that their blessings don't go in vain. We want these special people to hold a special place in their heart, and that they be wishing well for my son, right? And imagine you go to the ceremony and you go there empty-handed, and you walk out of there and you got a couple cows. They're decorated with gold.
Yeah.
They're given ample milk. You're pretty happy. You're like, wow, that was really generous of him.
Yeah. The Brahmanas were completely expert in chanting Vedic hymns, were all yogis, fully equipped with mystical powers. What blessings they spoke were certainly never fruitless. One
May
day,
your son be healthy. May he be good.
live a long
May he be
life.
a
May he
devotee of Lord Vishnu.
marry 16,108 wives. One day, a year
Okay, so that
after
wraps up
Krishna's appearance.
That wraps up.
Mother
Now we're
Yashoda-
jumping forward a year.
Okay, that wraps up that little stage of life. One day, a year after Krishna's appearance, Mother Yashoda was patting her son on her lap, but suddenly she felt the child to be heavier than a mountain peak, and
Ominous. It sounds ominous.
she could no longer bear his weight.
How is that? He's just a little baby.
How could it be so heavy? Feeling the child to be heavy as the entire universe, and
he's
therefore
just a little 8-pound, 6-ounce kind of package there.
right, no more.
Well, now he's a year old.
He might have put on a little weight.
A little weight in the course of a year, but still.
Thinking that perhaps this child was being attacked by some other ghost or demon. Always goes back to a ghost or demon.
That's the
Were they
first place
old
they
and
go.
superstitious, or were they deeply insightful?
It was a demon.
Yeah. The astonished Mother Yashoda put the child down on the ground and began to think of Narayan, right? Getting
Narayan.
scared. Oh, Vishnu, oh, Vishnu. Foreseeing disturbances, she called for the
Child
Brahmin.
gets heavy, chant. Right?
Child gets a little heavier, chant. Something falls in the house, makes a noise, chant.
Chant. Sneeze, chant.
Yeah. What do you think God bless you is?
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. Right. What is that? It's
Good
like,
health.
okay, maybe she's possessed by a demon. Mara sneezing. She might have a demon in her.
Chant. Gus
What's-
rolls over, chant.
She had no alternative than to remember the lotus feet of Narayan, for
Oh,
she
you-
could
You
not.
forgot foreseeing disturbance.
Foreseeing disturbances, she called for the Brahmins to counteract his heaviness. And then she engaged in her.
Imagine trying to explain it. My baby's really heavy right now.
Can you chant some mantras for a chubby little baby? All right. Okay, let's pull up one of those.
Sure.
Going to my Brahminical prayer file cabinet. She had no alternative than to remember the lotus feet of Narayan, for she could not understand that Krishna was the original source of everything.
Again, right? They don't understand who Krishna is.
The interesting thing is, whatever I find in my own life, whenever I go, whenever my mind spirals out of control, which it does on a regular basis. I mean, for the example, I was on the plane the other day, and my mind is going right to, all right, this plane could go down right about now. And you know what? I'm a musician. Musicians die on planes. There's like so many musicians have died on planes. This could be me. And, okay, I'm going to die on a plane. I already convinced myself I'm dying on a plane. And, you just go back to I'm just going to think of Lord Narayan, and then I'm just throw my hands in and whatever he wants with my soul,
And as soon as
It's
that plane starts going down, you're like, "Wah!" It's easy when the plane isn't actually crashing.
No, I've been going through a lot lately.
Okay.
Kaustubha. I've been having very emotional days the last few days.
Okay, I'm here with you, Raghunath. I'm here
You're,
for you.
you're here for, yeah, it's, I'm going through this thing where it's like, and I really, it's like my kids are growing up.
Okay.
And it's my kids are growing up. And when you
You coming to
raise
terms with
kids,
that? That's what you're talking about?
I'm coming to terms with like, your kids get less interested in you.
Oh,
They go from being madly interested, like you are their king, their queen, their god, and they have so much like affection for you. And it's almost like at certain stage, it's like they cross a line and then they just like don't need you. And they have so many other interests, and you just drop on the priority list.
right.
And it's so, I tell you, and I understand why they call family life like a dark well, because you can get lost in these emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And even me, I study all this stuff. I understand the attachment towards children, and I've been broken down in tears the last couple of days.
Oh.
I
You
know
know,
it.
you know what? In one sense, I'm surprised to hear that because I would think that you'd be like kind of basking in the afterglow of like a wonderful time with your kids, because I could see, that they
Well,
were.
well, it's that thing that that famous Instagram post of like the first 12 years, you spend more time with your kids in the first 12 years.
Then you do the rest of your life.
And you do the rest of your life. They start going to school. Their teachers see them more than you practically.
Yeah.
You see them on weekends, but they can have a play date on the weekend. And what to speak of when they cross that line to
Threshold.
like 18 or 20 or 14 sometimes, and you just stop seeing your kids. And there's so much parental affection. And then they get to this point where like you just drop on the priority list. And I get it.
You do the
And,
same way
and,
with
and,
you.
and I feel resentful. I feel resentful and I feel angry at them. And I
Who
want to be
towards whom?
towards the kids.
Okay.
It's like, how do I mean nothing to you anymore? I thought we were so close. Its material nature just breaks those bonds, and I just become bitter. And I found myself becoming like bitter and angry and hurt, and actually sort of devastated. And then it goes back to Narayan. This is Krishna's plan.
Yeah.
That you can't possess anything or anybody. And if you don't get it the
That's
easy
right.
way, you figure it out the hard way. If you don't bend to the Lord's plan, then you just snap. And it's not just like that with children. It's like that with our home. It's like that with aging. I'm also like
Spouse.
confronted with like aging lately, and just getting older. And all these things are very, very like confronting in this season of my life right now.
Who played that Fleetwood Mac song again, Mayor, over there? Okay.
I'm freaking spilling my heart, and you're gonna like mock me with.
I'm not
like, some
mocking. You see,
songs?
this is where you take it out on
This
me.
is why I'm not vulnerable to you.
Right, you see, he's taking it out on me right now. No, I was in no way mocking you. I was saying what you're expressing is a lot like what was expressed in that song.
Which song is that? Dust in the Wind?
No, not Dust in the Wind. We had that one about the landslide. Remember that one?
Anyway.
But I'm saying, I think you're really onto something. You see, what you're doing right now, what you're sharing right now, is something that might take many, many, many lifetimes of us not understanding where this is meant to take us. You're at the point now in your evolution, in this lifetime, you know exactly how you're meant to grow through this. That the love that you seek and the attention, the loving attention that you seek.
There you go. Yeah.
Right? That you seek through other relationships, any other relationship.
Any other ones.
But Krishna, is being revealed as illusory in the sense that it's here and then it's gone.
We're meant to put Krishna in that hole in the heart.
The source of it all.
It's like, okay, otherwise, what's the other option? We become these like desperately needy parents. Why don't you call me? What are you doing? How's your new apartment? What? It just like, it ravages us. And you see people going through these phases where they trip up and they're putting anything or anyone else in that God-shaped hole in the heart. You got some lyrics for us, Mara?
Yeah, you want the Fleetwood Mac lyrics?
Well, whatever. I'm just like, someone to hear me.
All
I
right,
just want someone to hear me.
Yeah.
She hears you. This Stevie Nicks right here.
Yeah. Um, let's see. I was going to skip to the middle of it.
All right. I think the first line's got him crying.
Okay.
Last
I
time
took
around.
my love, I took it down, climbed a mountain, and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. O mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I've been afraid of changing because I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, and children get older, and I'm getting older too. Because I've been afraid of changing because
There
I
you
built
go.
my life around you.
I'm gonna cry again.
See, I wasn't mocking you. I was relating and connecting with you. That others are feeling these emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so much, like, and you worry for a toddler. You worry for and it's like you have to invest all these. You have to. You
You
have
give
to.
everything to feel that love. You give
You
everything,
give everything. You sacrifice everything, and it's as if
and then it
there's no
walks away.
return. It's as if there's no return on investment.
Yeah.
And then you worry about them in their independentness, which is more worry, more anxiety, until you get to this point. And they say this in 12-step a lot, like, you cannot be their higher power. They have their own
Right.
higher power,
That's right.
right? They have their own higher power. They have their own collapse, growth, struggle, quicksand,
That they have to go through.
good fortune.
Yeah.
And we're trying to control their experience.
Well, Raghunath.
You do that for a child. You curate their experience,
Yeah.
but you got to let that go too. And I tell you, it's
And the more you try to hang on, the more they resist it, and then
tricky. Are you just so evolved that you didn't have kids, or do you have to come back and have a bunch of children? Try to figure that out.
it's up to Krishna.
You
I
don't
know.
have kids.
But let me share some with you.
Okay.
I think that there's a spiritual principle, and it's a wisdom principle. Now, pay attention to me, right? Don't go to the chat board.
And
right
this
now.
is an important thing because our message board people are sharing this. Martine says you worry for your children your whole life. Okay, well, that's not good, Martine.
But Martine also said that you did such a good job raising your children that now they feel confident to go out into the world.
What does she know? I love you, Martine, but Shanaz Ohm says she's going through the same thing. I didn't know she had kids. Shanaz Ohm's got kids. And then Melanie Brandy says, I'm scared to become mother.
Oh, yeah, you're going to go through it. You're going to go through it. That's part of what life is. It means you're going to go through it. But now hear me, Raghunath. Just, Merrick, take down the chat board for him.
Is that your brother's got kids? What's going on? Everyone's hiding their kids from me. Am I the only vulnerable one here?
Everyone's hiding their kids from you. Is that what you just
Everyone's
said?
hiding their kids. Because they think you may grab them into your bosom.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's hear what Kaustubha has to say.
So there's a principle, a spiritual principle, or you could call it a wisdom principle, that recognizes that this is a world where everything gets torn from you, and that there's a grace, a gracefulness, and letting go of something before it's torn from you, right? Recognizing that it's not yours in the first place, and having the detachment. And it can be a loving detachment. It doesn't mean like a cold detachment, but like a detachment that says, I can't turn to you to fill me with what I need to be, to experience internally what I need to feel. I can't demand that of you. And I let go of that expectation, right? When one can actually do that, they move through this world with grace. They move through this world more content and more happy, but also you can just see in them that they really have began to understand life. They're not being tortured by life, because if we don't understand these things, it tortures us. It tortures us. And I think you know it. Every bit of emotion that you're feeling right now, because you're combining that feeling with this knowledge that you have of truth, of Krishna, of this world, of how it all works. Because the emotion is combined with that, it's just burning away lifetimes of attachment. It's just like, it's like you're becoming free. because you have the lens to see it through, because you have that ingredient to blend in with those emotions, it's having a tremendously powerful spiritual effect on you. So therefore, even as you're going through that feeling, I believe that within you there's a feeling of intimacy with God that's growing right alongside.
Sounds like you believe in me.
I believe in you, Raghunath. If you're here, I'd take you to my bosom right now.
Speaking of bosom, Mara. Speaking of Mara's bosoms. Hey, Krishna. Did I just say that?
You did. Ready for our takeaways?
Yeah. Please.
Yes.
Please.
Character is like spiritual compound interest.
That it builds up.
Yeah. Virtue brings power.
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 Words carry weight when they're backed by truth.
Mm-hmm.
Our choices today bring our angels tomorrow.
Our choices today bring our angels tomorrow.
Like you're running around with a bunch of
Kaustubha,
angels.
that should be a shirt.
Okay.
Our
That's
choices.
Yeah, maybe that should be a song. You got to write a new song sometime, right?
Say it again.
Our choices today bring our angels tomorrow.
I'm thinking about writing a new record. A final, what do you call it? The Swan Song record.
Swan song?
Yeah.
Wasn't that what your shelter was supposed to be? Your first?
It was supposed to be a Swan Song now.
Well,
Swan.
that was like 30-some years ago, though, Mara.
Yeah, there's a new swan in town.
Sorry, I support a new record. I wasn't questioning it. Anyway, you can take that takeaway and put it in your lyrics if you want.
What is it again?
Our choices today bring our angels tomorrow.
Our choices today bring our angels tomorrow.
It doesn't have to sound like Iron Maiden, though.
Our choices today bring our angels tomorrow.
Work on that a little more, maybe.
Keep working on that. We're almost there.
One.
Once you rationalize your dishonesty, it starts a pattern.
Oh, man, don't go there. Cut it off as soon as you get a whiff of it.
Grudges steal our power.
Oh, yeah, grudges, right?
Grudges
Drain.
steal our power, disempower us.
Cultivate loving detachment for grace and contentment.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're back on the chat board, I see.
Yes.
The love we see.
What?
You're
Stop
messing
it,
up.
Raghunath.
The love we seek is temporary unless it's divine.
The
Right.
love we seek is temporary. Okay.
And
And
child gets too heavy. Plane going down.
chant.
Jaw gets heavy. Plane going.
Chant. This
Oh,
child's getting
Krishna.
really heavy.
Chant.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Ship is getting rocked.
Ship.
Maritime disasters, perhaps. Hey, everybody.
Time.
Maritime. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It is going to be a great weekend here at the Jersey Shore. Maybe we'll see Professor Snooky there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see Slicks.
Oh, the
Okay,
snooze
great.
turn.
Looking forward to seeing. Remember, check out those. That's at Yoga Bohemia and Saturday morning in Long Beach Island and
Alan's Planet Yoga in Marlton, New Jersey.
Balance Planet Yoga. Hey, Wisdom Sage is happening, and on Columbus Day weekend and Chant Camp on
Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend. And
All
I
the
think I'm gonna go to Nepal again March 7th for a pilgrimage to Nepal. If you're interested, reach out to me, DM me on Instagram. Nepal. All right, that is it, man.
All right then.